In the symphony of life, woman emerged as a melody with grace they dance. In every step, a story untold. Like a petals in a garden, they bloom with resilience. Each soul a verse, a tale of courage and brilliance. Hello everyone. Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Jeevana Sri Kotte and this is my co-anchor, Radhika. We are privileged to guide you through this wonderful event which is organized by the students of D1.
First of all, to all the beautiful women present here with those beautiful smiles, a very happy International Women's Day to you all. And a special wishes to the women of our KP Institute, our beloved principal ma'am. Happy Women's Day to you, ma'am.
అంతర్జాతీయ మహిళా దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలు. Radhika, a little bit of Telugu can spice up the event, right?
Yeah. So, before we actually commence with the celebration, can we have a huge round of applause to this creation of God called women?
With no further ado, let's start the event.
But before starting the event, I want all the women to wish each other Happy Women's Day and repeat with me. You are loved. Repeat with me. You are loved. You are important. You are important in every aspect.
Now to share insights and inspire us further on the theme of women empowerment, it is an honor to introduce to our chief mentor Bhavani Shankar sir and our special guest, Sister Christine Fernandez. Welcome to you, sir, and welcome to you, sister. Now let us welcome Bhavani Shankar sir and Sister Christine Fernandez with a warm round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause.
వద్దు కెమెరాలో వస్తాయి. తీసే ఫాస్ట్గా. అమ్మాయి ఇది బరువు ఉంది బ్రో. ఇది
Let's invite our Bhavani Shankar sir to speak few words on this occasion.
Good afternoon, all of you. Actually, very unprepared, but when I come to know that our D1 is leading this Women's Day, I feel very happy that D1 సెకండ్ ఇయర్లో లీడర్షిప్ రోల్ ప్లే చేస్తారు అనుకున్న D1 ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్కి ఆ స్టేజ్కి రావడం ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. నెక్స్ట్ నేను మనం ఏ ఈవెంట్ చేసుకున్నా న్యాచురల్గా మన మైండ్లో వచ్చే ఒక పాయింట్, ఈ ఈవెంట్ ఎందుకు స్టార్ట్ అయింది అంటే హిస్టరీని మనం జనరల్గా రిమైండ్ చేసుకుంటుంటాం. హిస్టరీ చూడకపోతే మనకి ఫ్యూచర్లో ఒక డైరెక్షన్ అనేది ఉండదు. ఆ పర్స్పెక్టివ్లో చూస్తే నేను ఈ ఉమెన్స్ డే సెలబ్రేట్ జరగడానికి ముందు మనం చదువుకున్నటువంటి ఈ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్లోనే కాకుండా జనరల్గా వరల్డ్ హిస్టరీలో ఉమెన్ ఎక్సెసివ్గా ఎక్స్ప్లైట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు, లేబర్ రైట్స్ వైలేట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు, ఈ సెకండ్ వరల్డ్ వార్ అండ్ ఫస్ట్ అండ్ సెకండ్ వరల్డ్ వార్లో ఎక్కువ మంది పురుషులంతా యుద్ధానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మహిళలు ఈ ఇండస్ట్రీస్లో వర్క్ చేయాల్సిన నెసెసిటీ ఏర్పడింది. దానివల్ల ఆ వర్క్ ప్లేస్ హెరాస్మెంట్కి ఎగెన్స్ట్గా, హ్యూమన్ రైట్స్ వైలేషన్కి ఎగెన్స్ట్గా మొట్టమొదటిసారి ఈ మూమెంట్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. అది ఉమెన్స్ డేగా ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అయింది. దీనిలో మనం హిస్టరీని ఒకసారి తిరిగి చూస్తే ఫ్యూచర్లో ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలనే క్లారిటీ వస్తుందని అన్నాం కాబట్టి ఎంటైర్ హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్ అంటే మనం అపల, విశ్వవర, లోపముద్ర, గార్గి, మైత్రేయి, వేదిక్ లిటరేచర్లో ఉన్నటువంటి విమెన్ పర్సనాలిటీస్ని వినుంటాం. అండ్ మిడివల్ ఏరియాకి వచ్చేసరికి ఉమెన్కి సంబంధించినటువంటి పొలిటికల్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ అండ్ లీడర్షిప్ రోల్ స్లోలీ తగ్గుతూ వచ్చింది. మనం చూసినంత వరకు వరల్డ్ వైడ్ ఎప్పుడైతే సామ్రాజ్యవాదం పెరుగుతుంటుందో, అంటే ఈ ఇంపీరియలిజం, సబ్జిగేషన్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ స్టేట్స్ అండ్ కొలనియలిజం అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతూ వస్తుందో, లైక్ అలెగ్జాండర్ వార్స్, డేరియస్ అండ్ పార్థియన్స్, సీథియన్స్, బ్యాక్ట్రియన్స్ వీళ్ళు వస్తుంటారు. వాళ్ళ నుంచి గ్రాడ్యువల్లీ ఈ ఉమెన్ సబ్జిగేట్ అవ్వడం కూడా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఏదైనా కంట్రీని సబ్జిగేట్ చేస్తున్నామంటే ఫస్ట్ విక్టిమైజ్ అవుతుంది ఉమెన్. మనకి 2 వరల్డ్ వార్స్లో కూడా నేను చూసినప్పుడు జపాన్ సౌత్ ఈస్ట్ ఏషియన్ నేషన్స్ని సబ్జిగేట్ చేసి ఆక్రమించి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు అప్పుడు మినీ ఫాసిస్ట్ కంట్రీగా ఉండేది. ఆ టైంలో కూడా ఒక ఉమెన్, థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్ని క్యాప్టివ్ చేసి ఎంతోమంది జపాన్ మిలిటరీ వాళ్ళపైన అఘాయిత్యాలకు పాల్పడ్డారు. అటువంటి కండిషన్స్ నుంచి ఉమెన్ పొలిటికల్ రైట్స్ని క్వశ్చన్ చేస్తూ ఈ స్థాయి వరకు రావడానికి చాలా స్ట్రగుల్ అయింది, దాదాపు కొన్ని సెంచరీస్. ఈవెన్ ఫ్రెంచ్ మనం లిబర్టీ, ఈక్వాలిటీ, ఫ్రాటర్నిటీ అని మాట్లాడుకునే చోట కూడా వాళ్ళకి ఫస్ట్ టైం రైట్ టు ఓట్ 1945లో వచ్చింది. ఎప్పుడో 200 years బ్యాక్ వచ్చినటువంటి ఫ్రెంచ్ రివల్యూషన్ కూడా ఉమెన్కి రైట్ టు ఓట్ ఇవ్వలేకపోయింది. అంటే దెర్ఫోర్ ఐ ఫీల్ ఆల్వేస్ గ్రేట్ అబౌట్ మై కంట్రీ ఇండియా దట్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్డ్ యూనివర్సల్ అడల్ట్ ఫ్రాంచైజ్ సిన్స్ ఇట్స్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్ ఇన్ 1947. And we should feel always proud of our nation that 1/3 reservation is provided for women in parliament and also state assemblies to encourage their leadership. So if a country has to be developed, the major contribution should definitely come from women only. Manam overall historical mistakes ni identify chesi worldwide వాటిని రిపీట్ చేయకుండా వరల్డ్కి ఒక రోల్ మోడల్గా నిలబడబోతున్నామని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. డెఫినెట్లీ నేను దాదాపు ఎన్నో సెమినార్లు మనం కాలేజెస్లో ఇస్తుంటాం. ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజెస్ కూడా వెళ్ళాను. వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అక్కడ దాదాపు ఒక 30-40 సెమినార్స్ ఇచ్చుంటాం. స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎవరిలో కూడా బేసిక్ అవేర్నెస్ అబౌట్ హిస్టరీ, కల్చర్ అండ్ ద ఎవల్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమన్ సొసైటీ, పొలిటికల్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ అండ్ మినిమం కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్కిల్ అనేది నేను చూడట్లేదు అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ. కానీ ఇటువంటివి నేర్చుకోవాలి, ఇదే లైఫ్ స్కిల్, ఇదే ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అని చెప్పి మిమ్మల్ని ఇక్కడ దాకా పంపిస్తూ ఇలాంటి ఈవెంట్స్లో మిమ్మల్ని లీడర్షిప్ రోల్ ప్లే చేసేటట్టుగా తీసుకెళ్తున్నటువంటి, ఇటువంటి వాటికి ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి మీ పేరెంట్స్కి నేను మొట్టమొదటిసారి ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్పాలనిపించింది ఆ సెమినార్స్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు. అంటే మీ పేరెంట్స్ ఎంత ఫార్సైటెడ్గా ఆలోచించుండొచ్చు, వాళ్ళు చదువుకొని ఉండొచ్చు, ఉండకపోయి ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ సమాజం పట్ల వాళ్ళకి ఎంతో కొంత స్పృహ ఉంటే తప్ప మీరు ఇక్కడ ఉండేవారు కాదు. సో డెఫినెట్లీ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు థ్యాంక్ యువర్ పేరెంట్స్ దట్ దే హ్యావ్ రియలైజ్డ్ ద క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. సో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ త్రూ లైఫ్ స్కిల్స్ అండ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా కరిక్యులర్, కో-కరిక్యులర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఇంటిగ్రేటెడ్ విత్ కరిక్యులం అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ జాబ్ ఓరియంటెడ్ కరిక్యులం, రైట్? ఇలాంటివి మనం బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసి తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి మనం ఒక టీమ్గా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఇలా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నందుకు ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. అండ్ దీనికి మనకి సెయింట్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్ కాలేజ్ మేడం సిస్టర్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినందుకు ఐ రియల్లీ ఫీల్ ప్రివిలేజ్ టు ఇన్వైట్ హర్ అండ్ వీఆర్ వెరీ థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ టు హర్ ఫర్ హర్ కార్డియల్ రెస్పాన్స్ అండ్ వీఆర్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. అండ్ కృష్ణ ప్రదీప్స్ 21st Century IAS అకాడమీ, దాని ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ కాలేజ్ మేము అనుకుంటున్నటువంటి విజన్ ఓరియంటెడ్గా వెళ్ళబోతుంది అనడానికి ఇలాంటి ఎన్నో ఈవెంట్సే తార్కాణం. ఇలాంటివి మరిన్ని జరగాలి, మిమ్మల్ని అత్యున్నతమైన స్థానంలో నేను చూడాలని ఆశిస్తూ ఆల్ ద వెరీ బెస్ట్. హ్యాపీ ఉమెన్స్ డే.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words and knowledge on Women's Day. Now let us invite our director, sir, Varun, sir, with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, happy Women's Day for everyone. So, whenever I need to talk about a women, the first thing which comes to my mind is there is a one philosopher, and you might know about the people who are from the political science background might have known about her, Simon D. Beauvoir, who said that one woman by birth she doesn't become a woman, she becomes woman within a process. So the intention here is by birth no one becomes a woman, and one becomes women over a process of time in any country is just because of we define her. We define that she has this potential, she cannot do that, she can only have the potential to do this caliber of things. So that is how we have created and defined the potential of the women. Not only in India, anywhere in the world that has been created. And what we do is we put a tag of patriarchal society, and it is a problem everywhere in the world. But it's not about the society, but it's about the men who has to understand about these issues. Because whenever we talk about the discrimination, equality about the women, I have seen the people who are standing recently and they have sat in the chairs right now. They do not have any awareness about equality, what is discrimination, what is harassment. But this topic of rights, all these things will only be discussed in the top educated families. But when you go down into the society, lower levels of society, they never hear about these things because they are not aware of all these aspects. So one thing what every person, because demanding about the rights, demanding about the equality, it's not the era now. Already these things have been being done over for the last hundreds of years. But now what has to be done is the words should not be discussed. These things not to be discussed. The only thing has to be done is actions has to be performed by not the women, but this responsibility has to be taken by the men. Because until and unless the men understand these issues, this concept of discrimination or harassment cannot be eradicated at all. Because it is the responsibility of the men who has to lead it and who has to erase all these things. And it's not only the responsibility of the men, and again the women has to come out of the concept of patriarchal society. So what I observed is in the concept of patriarchal society, the women take the stand of a very, what we call is, they take it is in a very the safe side. They feel like it's not our cup of tea. The work has to be done by the men. They has to take care of it. That is the mindset which is prevalent not only in India, many countries. So they has to come out of that idea of patriarchal society. If they come out of it, so they can lead it and they can parallelly travel with the men. In that, the men has to take the responsibilities. So if this has been doing, these actions are being performed by the men, then this concept of the purpose of we conducting the Women's Day is to highlight the issues of women discriminations. So these things will not be discussed in the near future if the men participate with a full potential by eradicating all these things. So thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful message to us.
Now let us invite our special guest, Sister Christine Fernandez, with a huge round of applause.
Before I give the mic to Sister, I would like to tell you something about sisters, okay? Sister belongs to the Sisters of Charity. Worldwide, they are available. They are working worldwide. For what? They work for the poor. They got a lot of educational institutions, then hospitals, then home for the destitutes, home for the aged. They take care of every rung of people in the society. And Sister has been working for more than 35 years as a principal in St. Francis College. Yes, yeah. And Her whole life was only service, service, service. And she's working for the upliftment of women as well. And therefore, I thought it right to call sister today to speak to all of us where we celebrate the International Women's Day today. And who would be more apt to speak on this particular day? So I give the mic to sister. She will speak about her experience and what she's been doing and then what she has done. Thank you, sister, for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Alphonse. And good afternoon to all of you present here. My special, I should say, congratulations to all the young ladies present here. Hearty congratulations as we celebrate Women's Day today. How many of you are really proud of being a woman? Yes, all of you? Yes. But just think of your own age, young girls who are harassed by their own family members, who are having nothing to eat, who have no place to live, who have nothing to be happy about. Are you aware of them? In our own country, in your own surrounding, how many young girls cannot go to school or cannot go to college? Are we able to think of them? So when we think of those people unfortunate or do not have anything, how do we think of celebrating Women's Day? Can we think of it? Who are responsible for all this? You, dear students, who are preparing yourselves for UPS or IAS, the country is in your hand. The future of the country is in your hands. And if you are able to come up in life and make a difference, then you are the most happiest person. I have not come here with a speech to say something and go back. No. I just came to share with you my thoughts as I had been working with young girls for 36 years. How one can influence the life of the other. Even as you are sitting here, if your thoughts go to those unfortunate young women or young girls and say a small prayer for them, God, take care of them. You are able to make a difference. So it's not only that you can only go to the place, do something, but in your own thoughts, if you're able to think of those who, how we influence the lives of the others is very important, dear students. Whether you are a man or a woman, girl or a boy, a child, every one of us can make a difference and may influence the life of the other. I'll tell you, I am a sister, and we sisters, or the priest or fathers, take the 3 vows of chastity, that is, not getting married to anyone, remaining single. Poverty, that we will not own anything. We may have many things, but we will not own anything. And obedience. Obedience is accepting to go and do whatever is asked of us. So when I was asked to go for teaching, that was not my cup of tea. I wanted to be a social worker because I had seen so many poor people and I wanted to do something for the poor. But then I was asked to go for teaching. And I remember the first day when I went to the class, I was so nervous, so very frightened, that a period of 50 minutes, whatever I prepared and went to teach, I finished in half an hour. And I came back to the department and told my HOD, I said, I finished the class. And she said, don't worry. The students, when they saw me so nervous, so frightened, they were so much understanding towards me. They came and told the HOD, sister is very frightened, but we will not say anything to her. We will make her feel comfortable. So the next day when I went to the class, they were so very quiet and listening to what I was saying, no making noise, no passing any comments. That gave me a lot of confidence. And like that, they encouraged me, they gave me so much of support that I became a very good lecturer. So they influenced my life, young girls influenced my life, and that way I came up in life. And so dear students, it is not only the older people, people who are in position, people who are in power, who influence the lives of others. Any one of us can influence. And from that time onwards, every year I would get letters from students, my own students. You know, psychology students are very few. When I was teaching, I had only 20 students. So in my class, only 20 students. So each one of them was very important because only 20. You could have personal contact with each student. And so at the end of the 3 years of the degree, every year I used to get letters from the students saying, sister, you are like my mother. Sister, you are like my grandmother. Sister, you are like my aunt. You taught me like this, you told me like this, you were so understanding, you were so compassionate, you were so encouraging. So many things they would write and give me. And that gave me so much of courage and so much of strength, so much of support, that I always felt that my students go out from the college with something in their heart. So this way we influence our students, and we learn, as I said, how my students taught me, my students have influenced my life. So dear students, I want to tell you, don't wait to become big, great people. Even today, you can influence the life of another. You have an impact on the other. Your life, your behavior has an impact on the other. And impact doesn't come only with words. It comes more with our action. If our words coincide with our action, then we are authentic. There is integrity in us. But we say something and do another thing, that has no value. You're going to be IAS, IPS, or UPS. If today your actions do not go hand in hand with what you say, then be sure you will not make any impact on anyone. But if what you say and what you do coincides, then you will be someone great. They will think of you. Who are the most famous people in the world today? You have some names here. Okay. They have become famous. Why? Not because they have done only great things. Of course, they have done great things, but more than that, the life has been an impact on the others. The life had an impact on the other. Who are the most important persons in your life? Anybody? Yes? Okay. Professor Alphonse says, mother. Who else? Come on. Who is the most important person in your life? Yeah, one is mother. Yes? Who? Loud, loud. Huh? Teachers, okay, teachers. Okay. So, mother is very important. Is your mother famous? No. Most of our mothers are not famous. But they're important for us, no? They're important. So, an important person may not be famous person. But she, the one who is important, has had an impact on us. She played an important role in our life. Is it not? So, there is a difference between being famous and being important. Famous can be world famous, but important may not be world important. In my life, my mother is important, but she is not famous. But a famous like Mother Teresa. She's very famous. But was she important to you? Yes? She was important for the people whom she catered to. She played a very important role in upbringing, in elevating the people who are suffering. So there is lot of difference between one who is very important and one who is famous. Famous because her contribution has been great. Important because her contribution in my life has been great. Okay? So apart from mother, from your own mother, who can be the other one? Teachers. Teachers are very, very important, but they may not be famous. Is it not? Okay? Our teachers are very important to us, but they may not be famous. And the teacher who impacts the life of our students becomes famous, not only to those students whom she teaches, but also to many others. Therefore, students, let us understand how our role as women or as men has an impact on ourselves and on others. So you, as you are going to prepare yourselves to become famous, become also important. I know you IAS officers are good speakers, they give good speeches, but very often we find that they only speak but do not do. And therefore, their impact on society is not that great. So I pray that each one of you, as you're preparing yourself, will do your best and impact the life of the society. God bless each one of you. Thank you.
Girl on Fire, Alicia Keys. On International Women's Day, Girl on Fire stands as a powerful anthem celebrating the strength, resilience, and unstoppable spirit of women everywhere. Alicia Keys' passionate vocals and empowering lyrics reminds us that every woman has the ability to rise above challenges, break barriers, and shine in her own way. This song is a tribute to the fearless women who inspire change and light up the world with their determination. Scars to Your Beautiful, Alyssa Cara. Scars to Your Beautiful carries a message of self-love and empowerment that is especially meaningful on International Women's Day. Alicia Cara's heartfelt lyrics encourage women to embrace their natural beauty and reject unrealistic societal standards. This song reminds every woman that she is worthy, strong, and beautiful just as she, because true beauty comes from confidence, kindness, and self-acceptance. Happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful women. Thank you.
You should know you're beautiful just the way
huge round of applause for this beautiful singing.
Now let's invite Kavya and Srividya from D1 for a refreshing classical performance.
Ta jum num ta rum ta dhalam ku tak tak ku da da gida ta jum ta ka jum ta ta kita ta da ta jum gida jum ta ta num ta rum ta kita ta da gida ta ta ri ta dana ta run ta dim ta da jum ta num ta rum ta ga dim ta gida
Kirdaka junuta, dimta, kirdaka junuta, dimta, kirdaka junuta, dumta, dumta na 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 na, dum ta na 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 na, dum agapa, dum ta na na de na 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 na, dum agasa, dagirda dum da 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 di ra na 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 na, da dagirda dum da dagirda dum dagirda dum da na 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 de na 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 dum kirda na di ra na. Gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa tan dhira na gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa tan dhira na gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa come on now follow my lead come on now follow my lead
singing the song like this yeah avidyana mantasti mera mihira dvipanagire jananam chaitanya sabakam karandastudi sari. Oh gracious one, you're the sun that dispels the darkness of the unlettered. You're the stream of consciousness for the unthinking fool.
Imagine a world where women were never given a chance to lead, to create and to inspire. No Mary Curie, no Mother Teresa and no Malala Yousafzai. A world without their wisdom, their courage and their impact. Can we picture it? I can't and I won't, because we are here to celebrate a woman who refused to be invisible. Good afternoon everyone. It is an honor to stand before you on this International Women's Day, a day not just of celebration, but of recognition, of reflection, and most importantly, of action. Throughout history, women have broken chains, shattered ceilings, and rewritten the rules of the games. From Rani Lakshmibai, who fought for her freedom, to Indira Gandhi, who led the nation, to Malala Yousafzai, who fought for women education. The women have been never just silent spectators. But let's be honest, why women have been fighting for equality in 2025, in societies and even in their own homes? Why do we still hear the phrases like, she's just a woman? Women can't do that. Enough. Woman is not a weak. And yet, look around you. Women have risen. Women has led. Women have changed the history because they are not fragile flowers. They are the feet's flames. They are not the delicate whispers, they are the roaring thunders. They are not defined by their gender, but by the boundless strength which resides within them. To the men here, be their allies, but not their competitors. Feminism is not about taking power. It's about creating a world where power is shared, where equality is not a favor, but a foundation. To the women, do not shrink yourself into the places which were never designed for you. Just prove it wrong. Put the armor on your back and show how strong you are. You are invincible, you are unstoppable, and you are so confident because you are unstoppable. And if I think about my mother, my sister, my teachers, and countless women who shaped my life, they are not just the figures, and they are the bedrock of my existence. And I know that their potential, their dignity, and their dreams are as vast as valuable to anyone. and it is our responsibility and our duty to ensure that they have the spaces to flourish, to create a world where they can not just survive but they can feel safe, to create a world where their strength is celebrated but not feared. And it is essential to encourage and support every woman in both their personal and professional lives, challenging the stereotypes and standing against the discrimination can help us to create a new world and a better world. To support every woman, to support their dreams, to respect their voices and to stand beside them. Because when a woman stands tall, she lifts the world with her. Let's not wait for the change, let's be the change. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
Now, a question to audience. Are you guys happy?
Obviously, we women should be happy because there is no such day as Men's Day for men. So we should be happy and privileged to celebrate this important day in our lives. Now, let us look at some pictures which are displayed on the AV. Do you know her? Her name is Devanshi Yadav. She is an acid attack survivor whose life continued to inspire millions of people across the world.
That's right. Devanshi's life changed forever when she was the victim of an acid attack, a horrific crime that left her physically scared. But what's remarkable is how she turned her pain into power. Instead of letting the attack define her, she became a symbol of courage and resilience.
Absolutely. Devanshi not only survived, but she has also actively raised her voice for acid attack survivors. She worked tirelessly to raise awareness about the consequences of such violence and has been fighting for stronger laws and better support system for survivors. She has shown us all that the beauty isn't just on the outside, but in the strength to stand up, heal, and empower others.
It's incredible how she uses her story to educate and inspire. Devanshi has become a beacon of hope, advocating for justice and a more compassionate society for victims of acid attack. Her unwavering determination proves that no matter what obstacle, a woman's willpower can overcome anything.
Devanshi's journey teaches us so much about resilience. She has rebuilt her life and her voice is of now advocacy and change. She reminds us that the true beauty is about strength, inner courage, and ability to rise from the most difficult circumstances.
Today, as we celebrate Women's Day, let's honor women like Devanshi Yadav, who not only fight for their own survival, but continue to stand strong for the rights and welfare of others. She is an inspiration, not just for survivors, but for all of us.
Absolutely. Devanshi's story is a reminder that every woman is powerful, no matter the struggles she faces. So to all the women out there, keep rising and keep shining.
Once again, Happy Women's Day everyone. Keep shining just like Devanshi.
Samyukta asked Shrutika, "Why are you so sad and depressed?" Shrutika replies, "I have gone through so many problems in my..." Samyukta says, "You are just 26 years old. Then what problems have you faced to be so depressed?" "Let me tell you my past, which I faced at an early age of my life. Eight years ago, I just completed my intermediate and I got married to Jiva, who was a 21 years old man working as a software engineer in Microsoft. It was a marriage arranged by my parents. For the next 3 years, we were a happy couple without any disturbances. One day, as I was scrolling through social media, I came across a post from my friends which was about their vacation. This made me jealous and sad that I can't enjoy like them as I was a married woman now. As I was scrolling through their photos, Jiva came home and called me, but I ignored him as I was busy in thinking about that. I packed lunch for Jiva and he left home early to office. Later, I was doing some house chores when my friend Maunita, who returned from vacation, came to meet me. We greeted each other and I gave her a cup of coffee and we started talking about life. Maunita showed me her vacation photos, which I silently saw. On seeing my expression, Maunita questioned me if everything was fine and if I was okay. I told her how boring my life was after marriage and disappointed that I couldn't enjoy such a life. Maunita encouraged me to lead my life according to my wish. And after that communication, Maunita took me out for a party. Because of the party with Maunita, I reached home quite late. Jiva was already at home waiting for me. He questioned me why I was late and I replied I was with my friends who recently came from a vacation and they took me out. From that day onwards, I started ignoring Jiva, and Jiva also noticed a sudden change in my behavior. After Jiva returned from work, he questioned me about my behavior. I replied with arrogance and asked him to shut his mouth and don't involve in my life. This made Jiva quite sad and did not question me again. The next day, my friend Jyoti came to visit me. She knew about the argument with Jiva and she started questioning me about my actions and tried to remind me the duties of a wife. Her words made me angry. I replied in a harsh manner and told her to stay away from my life. At that time, my ignorance closed my eyes and I couldn't see what she was trying to convey. After a few days, Jiva confronted me about my actions, why I was avoiding him and being harsh towards him. He started repeating his questions and I was frustrated. In anger, I demanded for a divorce and wanted to end this relationship. I didn't know how this would affect Jiva. Jiva started to convince me to stay, but I didn't listen to him. Jiva tried to rebuild the relationship by giving me gifts and flowers, and he kept on trying and giving his best efforts. They were of no use, as I was adamant to get divorced. So, I chose a path which I now regret. Was to file a complaint under IPC section 498A, domestic violence. As I filed the complaint, he was arrested by the police and brought to court, which was very humiliating to him. Got arrested for a crime he didn't commit. As most of the domestic violence cases, the judgment is given in the favor of the domestic violence cases, the judgment is given in the favor of women. Even for my case, the judgment was on my side. It made a huge impact on Jiva. His own wife, whom he loved the most, filed a complaint of domestic violence against him. He lost faith in humanity and decided to end his life. I enjoyed my life by roaming the world, which I missed in the past. Then I met Rajiv. We dated for a while and got married. While we were dating, he was a gentleman and a caring person. After the marriage, recognized me from Jiva, not filed the complaint. He knew Jiva was innocent and I framed him in that case. He revealed something shocking. The letter written by Jiva.
There is so much I want to say, but words always seem too small to hold the weight of my feelings for you. Even now, as I write this, my heart aches, not for what once we had, but for what could have been. If we were still together, I would love you in ways I never fully knew how before. I would cherish every ordinary moment. Your sleepy smile in the morning, the way you tuck your hair behind your ear when you are lost in thought, the quiet moments of simply sitting beside you. I would make sure you never doubted how deeply you are loved. I would listen more, not just your words, but the spaces in between, the silences where your heart speaks the loudest. I would hold your hand more often, not just in public, but in the privacy of our home, as a silent promise that you will never face anything alone. I would celebrate you, not just on birthdays or anniversaries, but on random Tuesdays and quiet Sundays, because you deserve to be reminded every day that you are extraordinary. If we were still together, I would fight harder, not with you, but for you, for us. I would let go of my pride, apologize faster, and forgive more easily, because nothing was ever worth more than the love we shared. But most of all, I would make sure you felt safe, not just physically, but emotionally. I would be your home, your refuge, the place where you could be your truest self without the fear of judgment. Though time and situations may now stand between us, my love for you remains quiet, steady, and unwavering. And if ever there is a life where fate brings us together, I promise I will love you not just as I did before, but better, deeper, and truer. This is it for this life.
Then, how did you cope up with your loss?
I learned from it, and now I'm preventing others from committing the same mistake which I committed through an organization I
The laws and acts created to protect women's right and dignity are hard-won victories, a result of years of struggle against injustice. They exist to uplift, safeguard, and empower those who truly need them. However, with great power comes great responsibility. It's crucial that we use these laws with honesty and integrity. Misusing legal protections for personal gain or vengeance not only undermines the justice system, but also weakens the very cause they stand for. False accusations or exploitations of these laws cast a shadow of doubt over genuine victims, making fight for justice even harder. Let us uphold the true spirit of these laws by using them as shields against oppression, not as weapons for manipulation. Together, let's build a society where justice prevails and every woman stands tall, not by tearing others down, but by lifting each other up. Thank you.
A very warm good evening to everyone. This is Gayatri from D1. As you know, we all are here to celebrate International Women's Day. I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to deliver speech on this special occasion. First of all, I wish you a very happy Women's Day to all the beautiful and courageous women who are presented here and throughout the world. There are two powers in the world. One is sword, another is the pen. But there is this third power stronger than both, that of women. A famous quote by Malala Yousafzai. As we know, girls' education is essential for the future of the country because women are the first teacher of their children. This is not only responsibility of the government, it is also responsibility of the people around us. In our country, women contribute half of our population. The best part is that our Prime Minister has made a very good initiative for the education of the girls is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. For the development of our country, we need to educate all the girls because it is the fact that girls can achieve more success than boys in less time. An educated woman has skills, information, talent, and self-confidence that make her a better mother, better employee, and better resident of the country. When you educate a man, you educate an individual. When you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So, my humble request is to make every girl as a graduate girl. I strongly believe that a graduate girl can get self-empowerment. Once again, wishing a happy Women's Day to all the women who are inspiring in their own ways. Thank you.
Hey Jagdish, have you heard about the Queen Nike Devi? Nike Devi? Who? I haven't. Who is she? She was a great warrior and she was in the 12th century queen of Gujarat Chalukya dynasty. She played a huge role in defeating Muhammad Ghori in 1178. Wait, Muhammad Ghori, the same guy who later fought with Prithviraj Chauhan. Exactly. But before that, when he tried to invade Gujarat, it was Nike Devi who stopped him. That's impressive. Was she a warrior? Yes, she was. Even though she was ruling on behalf of her younger son, Mul Raja II, she personally led by army against Ghori at the Battle of Kasarada. That's amazing. I always thought Indian history had male warriors only. That's the thing. Many brave women have shaped history, but we don't hear about them enough. Nike Devi's tragedy and leadership forced Gauri to retreat. Wow, I need to read more about her. Absolutely, her story is truly inspiring. Unfortunately, history of such warriors were not mentioned in our history books.
She would stand against the law, against society, against injustice, until she had no choice. This is the story of Shah Bano, a 62-year-old woman who became the face of women's rights in India. A woman abandoned, a woman silenced, but a woman who refused to give up.
43 years, and he has thrown us away with 3 words.
Talak, talak, talak. That's all it takes for him to abandon us.
Ammi, how could Abu do this? Doesn't he care what happens to us?
Will we come back, Hammi? Maybe it's angry, maybe it's a mistake.
No, my child.
So that's it. He moves on. Why we struggle to survive?
The law. If my ears as a wife mean nothing to him, let us see if they mean something to justice.
Proceed with the case. Your Honor, my client Shah Bano was married for 43 years. She was a devoted wife and mother. At 62, she divorced through triple talaq and left with no financial support. We demand maintenance under Section 125 of CRPC, which ensures that no wife, regardless of religion, is left destitute.
Prosecution counsel, you may proceed now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Shah Bano, did my client pay during the death period?
Yes, he paid.
Your Honor, my client has fulfilled his obligations. According to Islamic law, a man provides maintenance only during the death period, and my client has done so. He owes her nothing beyond that.
Your Honor, I want to call Mr. Ahmad Khan for the cross-examination.
Mrs. Shah Bano, you may leave.
Mr. Khan, do you accept that you were married to the plaintiff for over 4 decades?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in those years, did she not raise your children? Did she not care your household?
That was her duty as a wife.
And what are the husband's duty, Ahmed?
I provided to you as well as to the family.
Mrs. Shah Bano, if you want to talk, please come to the witness box and speak.
And according to humanity, was your duty only till uttering 3 words?
इस्लाम मुझे हक देता है.
वही इस्लाम मुझे इंसाफ नहीं देगा?
If you need help, ask Gakbor or your children.
I am not begging. I am demanding for my rights.
You are a woman with a small mind.
Order.
तुम्हारी जिद तुम्हें बर्बाद कर देगी.
Your Honor, justice cannot be selective. If Hindu and Christian women get maintenance, why should Muslim women suffer?
Your Honor, religious laws are sacred. Forcing secular laws on Muslim is an attack on our faith.
Your Honor, justice must be based on equality but not on religious boundaries. And no religion can justify abandoning an old woman to starve. This is oppression, not faith.
Your Honor, interfering in religious matters is not justice. It is the destruction of our tradition.
Your Honor, if religion is about compassion, then why it is used as a weapon to strip women of dignity?
Your Honor, religion has its own justice. State interference is nothing but an assault on our beliefs.
Your Honor, are we a democracy or theocracy? No woman should suffer because of outdated interpretations of law.
Your Honor, if the state overrides the religion today, then what stops it from abolishing all our religious freedom tomorrow?
Your Honor, a law that deprives a basic life of women is not divine. It is discrimination in the name of the God.
Your Honor, faith cannot be judged by secular laws. Our laws are for our people, and outsiders must not interfere.
Your Honor, today you deny her maintenance. Tomorrow, you justify more injustice in the name of religion.
Your Honor, today you override the personal laws. Tomorrow, you erase the religious identity itself.
No law, no tradition, no religion can justify injustice. Mr. Khan, tell me this. If your wife had fallen ill while you were still married, would you have left her suffer?
No, but that was different.
How is it different? She's the same woman who shared your home, your life.
Ahmed,
I'm not asking for charity. I'm asking for dignity.
And Mrs. Bano, justice is something this court will not deny you. This is not just a verdict. It is a historic judgment that will echo through generations. Today, justice has triumphed over injustice, and the right of women have been upheld with the strength of the Constitution. No woman shall be left abandoned. No law shall suppress equality. The court declares that maintenance is a fundamental right, not a favor. Today, this ruling will be remembered by the nation as a milestone in the fight for women's justice and dignity. The court is adjourned.
మదర్స్ డే తెలుసు, ఫాదర్స్ డే తెలుసు, ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ డే తెలుసు, టీచర్స్ డే కూడా తెలుసు, కానీ ఉమెన్స్ డే అంటే ఏంటన్నా?
ఓ అదా, అయినా నీకు అంత విలువైన విషయం తెలీదా? అది చాలా గొప్ప రోజు నాన్న, చెప్తా విను.
బెదురు పోవాలంటే నువ్వు కనిపించాలి, నిద్ర రావాలంటే కథలు వినిపించాలి, ఆకలైందంటే నువ్వే తినిపించాలి, ప్రతి మెతుకు నా బ్రతుకనిపించేలా నువ్వుంటేనే నేను, నువ్వంటే నేను, అనుకోలేకపోతే ఏమైపోతాను, నీ కడ చూపే నన్ను కాస్తూ ఉండగా తడబడి పడిపోనా చెప్పమ్మా, మరి మరి నన్ను మురిపెముగా చూస్తూ ఉంటే చాలమ్మా, పరి పరి విధముల గెలుపులుగా పైకెదుగుతూ ఉంటానమ్మా, అయినా సరే నాటికి ఉంటాను నీ పాపాయినై, నిన్ను దిలెంతగా ఎదగాలనుకోనే. మగువా మగువా లోకానికి తెలుసా నీ విలువా, మగువా మగువా నీ సహనానికి సరిహద్దులు కలవా, అటు ఇటు అన్నింటా నువ్వే జగమంతా పరుగులు తీస్తావు ఇంట బయట, అనుపని రవ్వంతా అననే అనవంట వెలుగులు పూస్తావు వెళ్ళే దారంతా.
ఒక అమ్మాయి తప్పు చేసిందని తిట్టేస్తా, కొట్టేస్తా, పొడి చేస్తా అని మనం తిట్టినా, కొట్టినా, పొడిచినా, యాసిడ్ పోసినా అందరూ ఒకలా ఉండరు అనుకునే పిచ్చి వాళ్ళు. అరే, మన భార్యని ప్రేమగా చూసుకుంటాం, మన అమ్మని గుండెల్లో పెట్టి చూసుకుంటాం, అలాంటిది మన భూమికే అందమైన జన్మ ఆడ జన్మ. ఇంకా వాళ్ళందరినీ ఇంకెంత మర్యాదగా చూసుకోవాలి. వాళ్ళ మౌనం వాళ్ళ చేతకంతనం కాదు, మనకిచ్చే రెస్పెక్ట్. వాళ్ళు ఒక్కసారి మనం అనుకోకుండా నేను అనుకుంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఎవ్వరు ఉండం. ఎందుకంటే మనందరం ఆడవాళ్ళ కడుపులోంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళమే.
నీ కాటుక కనులు విప్పారకపోతే ఈ భూమికి తెగవారదుగా, నీ గాజుల చేయి కదలాడకపోతే ఏ మనుగడ కొనసాగదుగా, ప్రతి వరుసలో ప్రేమగా అందుకున్న బంధమా, అంతులేని నీసమా, అంచనాల కందుమా, ఆలయాలు కోరని ఆదిశక్తి రూపమా, నీవు లేని జగతిలో దీపమే వెలుగునా, నీదగులాలనలో ప్రియమగు పాలనలో ప్రతి ఒక్క మగవాడు పసివాడేగా, ఎందరి పెదవులలో ఏ చిరునవ్వున్నా ఆ సిరి మెరుపులకు మూలం నువ్వేగా.
Oh, oh, oh.
आज कुछ ज्यादा हुआ इश्क वाला लो भी तो हमको आज कुछ ज्यादा हुआ इश्क वाला लो
Everyone, this is Tanushree here to deliver a speech about the greatness of the women. This day serves as a reminder of the ongoing journey towards gender equality and empowerment of the women worldwide. This day is not just a celebration of women accomplishments, but also a call to action to address the challenges faced by the women. They
excuse me, speed forward kunnada Tanushree, right? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but are you indirectly catchphrasing that men are the sole reason and are contributing for the challenges faced by the women?
Whoa, addressing the accusation, Miss
Evangeline.
It's an absolute fact that you cannot deny. For example, what do you think of USA?
USA? Just like everyone, when I think of USA, I think of Statue of Liberty. The way it represents its freedom for its citizens.
Oh yeah, freedom, just for men and not for women. A country which is diverse and influential, that plays a significant role in culture, economy, politics, technology, but lacks basic humanity like pay gap, reproductive rights, violence, harassments, and whatnot.
We all know gender equality is not a concept accepted by few individuals and certain intellectuals. You know, physically and mentally, men and women are different. They're just born that way, Tanu.
And being born that way doesn't call for oppression and violence. For example, women in USA not having their own body rights is not ignorance. It's a deliberate suppression of toxic masculinity. What should I call it? Fragile masculinity?
Maybe she should rephrase it to toxic feminism, because we all know it exists in the world. Like, not every single woman you meet is an innocent victim, and just like that, in the same way, not every man you meet is a criminal.
Actually, not gonna lie, that sounds fake to me because what? Joe, you agree with her? How can you say that being a woman? Nandu, I'm not someone who stands for men hating. Isn't it misandry?
Exactly.
We are standing to fight misogyny, not misandry.
Misogyny is men hating women, right? Just because there are few misogynists out there in the society doesn't mean you can blame each and every man that exists in the world.
Ever heard this hashtag? Not every man, but always men.
So you're going to offend every single man you have come across? Ente? If you don't want sarcastic answers, do not ask stupid questions.
ఏంటిది ఏదో అంటారు దీన్ని
Anti-feminism.
నేను అబ్బాయి యాదవగోల
Look, so you guys are telling that there are no men out there who support you, encourage you, and force you towards your achievements?
Oh yeah, I do agree. There are many wonderful men out there who supports women, but that doesn't mean we can turn blind eye to the actual offenders.
You know, brains are not for decoration. Use them. Oh, really? If feminism is man-hating, then it should be disregarded and discarded, because blaming the innocent is not the answer for justice.
Ay babu aapanra babu.
What did she say? Innocent? Who's innocent?
Huh? This ain't funny, because this concept of them is dismissing men's issues and is the cause for the existence of double standards. Winner epudana double standards.
Talking about double standards, advocating for rights and freedom for women while discriminating against men in certain areas. ఎందుకు ఇదంతా చెప్పండి, they paid no?
Actual paid actors.
Actually.
So you're telling to ignore the crimes and unjust?
Look, we are not telling to ignore the crimes and unjust happening for the women. We are not saying it's not an issue. We are not saying we should not blame. But we are saying blaming every single man because of one issue is not fine. It's not right in the society.
ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని నేను అగ్రీ చేస్తున్నా అంటే ఈ సమాజం నన్ను యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుందా?
Exactly.
నాకు గన్నిస్తారా?
I really think we should legalize having guns for women.
Huh?
Dude.
ఏంటి జోకా?
It's not a joke, because there's violence, harassments, and assaults.
Huh? When there is a practical situation like this, Tanu, you need to learn about what is self-defense. You know, like martial arts, karate, and whatnot.
So it's always about surviving and not living.
It's not always about surviving violence. It's not like that. Because there's also protection. Like, manchulu mancholu. Manishi antene manchodu. If there are no men out there, who would protect us? Who would save us?
చెప్పండి, ఎవరు కాపాడతారు? ఎవరి నుంచి?
Exactly.
వరదా వాడు నాకు ఫస్ట్ దింపేయండి. Isn't this exaggerating?
Clearly, there are no such restrictions on women in India. So why are you taking a stance as if you are in constraints? అయితే మీకు ఇప్పుడు దేవర కథ తెలియాలి.
Really? You think so? Ever heard of Afghanistani women? The Taliban? From every single woman to girl, Afghanistani women are forced to cover themselves from head to toe in public, including their eyes.
Acha, so being modest is a problem now. Modesty is admirable, but having rights is more comfortable.
Easy to spit Instagram quotes.
Actually.
Or instead, admit that's hard for you to accept the concept of misogyny.
Arasunnadu bayo.
It's not about men, Tanu.
Exactly, it's about women.
Patsari deen entry entra babu na.
And coming to Afghanistani women, neither there is proper schooling nor there is healthcare facilities. What can you say about that now?
ఏం మాట్లాడట్లేదేంటి? మండుతున్నట్టుంది. But I do think there's such medical facilities to consult women doctors. Isn't it, Siri?
Yeah, why are you talking as if there are no women doctors in Afghanistan?
No doctors at all.
వీళ్ళేంటో వీళ్ళ విధానాలేంటో వీళ్ళ పద్ధతులేంటో నాకు ఇప్పటికి అర్థం కావరా బాబు. Listen, in order to get the consultations from women doctors, women has to be allowed to study medicine in the first place.
ఇప్పుడు ఉమెన్ కి ఆపర్చునిటీసే లేనప్పుడు ఎవరి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాలి?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మేము నిజంగా సావాలా?
All this drama. Why all this drama, Tanu? Just get straight to the point and put it out raw. Why do you hate men?
To be honest, why, Tanu?
Do I? Do I hate men?
You do.
I don't think so. Hatred is rape. Hatred is femicide. Hatred is making majority of women afraid of what could happen if they step out at night. Hatred is intentionally invoking fear in women just because you can. Hatred is female genital mutilation. Hatred is getting off on women's abuse. Hatred is objectification. Hatred is dehumanization. Hatred is sex trafficking. Hatred is being disgust of women's natural bodies. Hatred is making women live up to societal expectations. If you want to call my anger and rage at men's behavior hatred, then my hatred is reactionary. They hated us first. Misogyny and misandry are not the same.
They're brothers together. At this point, I don't think I can defend myself anymore.
We can't.
And ఒక
వర్గానికి ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ అమ్మా మీరు.
కొట్టించుకొని అవుతారేంట్రా.
Anyways, I really think we would having a diplomatic conclusion is necessary in this controversial argument, and we have to admit, no matter what, we have to admit that we don't find strength finds us because
We are women.
This shows how perspectives differ from person to person.
And this is just a satirical argument, guys. Nothing personal. And we really hope
You don't mind.
And we would like to conclude it by wishing you all
A happy Women's Day. Thank you.
రే మామ, ఆడవాళ్ళు గొప్పనా మగవాళ్ళు గొప్పనా?
నువ్వే చెప్పరా.
రే మగాడే గొప్పరా. ఎందుకంటే మగాడు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా ఎలా ఉన్నా బతికేస్తాడు. అయినా మగాడు ఏదనుకున్నా సాధించేస్తాడు.
మగవాళ్ళు గొప్పవాళ్ళే, కానీ వాళ్ళని గొప్పవాళ్ళుగా తీర్చిదిద్దింది మాత్రం ఒక ఆడది. ఆడవాళ్ళు చిరునవ్వు వెనక దాచిన కన్నీటి మహాసముద్రం విలువ ఇప్పుడు నీకు చూపిస్తాను, చూడు.
అమ్మాయిని చూడండి, ఆ ఎర్రవని అమ్మాయి. ఇంత దూరం నుంచి కూడా చక్కగా అభినయాలు కనపడుతున్నాయి.
నీ పేరేంటి?
సావిత్రి.
బాగా వినిపించే పేరు అవుతుంది, పెద్ద స్టార్ అవుతావు.
మనసారా నేను కీర్తించి పులకించినది ఈ జనధాత్రి. నిండుగా ఉందిలే దుర్గ దీవెనం, ఉందిలే జన్మకో దైవ కారణం. నువ్వుగా వెలిగే ప్రతిభాగుణం, ఆ నటరాజుకు స్త్రీ రూపం.
10 తరాల తర్వాత కూడా తెలుగు సినిమా నటి ప్రస్తావన వస్తే ముందుగా నీ పేరే తలుచుకుంటారు తల్లి.
मुझे वो चैंपियन चाहिए जो जीत के अलावा और कुछ नहीं सोचता। कौन है? तो ये सोचता है कि वो वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 बैडमिंटन प्लेयर हो सकता है।
शक में मन में घर मत ना बना दे। शेरनी है तू, साइना नेहवाल है तेरा नाम।
యువతిని చూశాం, తన కోసమే మా అన్వేషణ. మణికర్ణిక తవరి మను ఇంకా ఝాన్సీ సొత్తయింది. సంప్రదాయాన్ని అనుసరించి తనకు కొత్త పేరు ఇవ్వబడుతుంది.
లక్ష్మి, ఝాన్సీ రాణి,
మహిళలు ఎప్పుడు విజృంభిస్తారో అప్పుడే విజయం సిద్ధిస్తుంది. లక్ష్మీబాయి అనే నేను నా చివరి రక్తపు బొట్టున్నంత వరకు అంకిత భావంతో ఝాన్సీకి సేవ చేస్తానని ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేస్తున్నాను.
दादा मुझे पायलट बनना है।
लड़कियां पायलट नहीं बनती।
प्लेन लड़का देखो प्लेन लड़का उड़ा है या लड़की, दोनों को पायलट ही बोलते हैं।
లక్ష్మీబాయి అనే నేను నా చివరి రక్తపు బొట్టున్నంత వరకు అంకిత భావంతో ఝాన్సీకి సేవ చేస్తానని ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేస్తున్నాను.
दादा मुझे पायलट बनना है.
लड़कियां पायलट नहीं बनती.
देखो प्लेन लड़का उड़ा है या लड़की, दोनों को पायलट ही बोलते हैं।
चांद पे चढ़ जा, उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा बढ़ के आसमान दी परी, उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा बढ़ के आसमान दी परी।
टेक ऑफ का टाइम आ गया।
तुम कमजोर हो गुंजन, और डिफेंस में कमजोरी के लिए कोई जगह नहीं।
बस एक बात कहनी थी पापा, मैं आपको कभी हारने नहीं दूंगी।
मेरे भारत की बेटी सारे जहां पे भारी, मेरे भारत की बेटी।
तुम कारगिल जा रही हो, इस वक्त देश को अपने बेस्ट पायलट्स की जरूरत है। जय हिंद।
जय हिंद साहब।
Myself शकुंतला, तैयार हो मेरे बेस्ट फ्रेंड मैथ से दोस्ती करने के लिए? The number they gave me was 465052208981731 और उसने बोला the answer is 166917. But when any number ending in 7 is multiplied by itself 3 times, the answer has to end in 3. So the cube of 166917 has to end in 3. So सही सवाल होता 465052208981721 I was correct. The computer was wrong.
And that's why they named you the human computer.
India is Indira and Indira is India.
కాని కాని నీ హాసం రాసం వేషం కోసం కనిపించేలా దేశమే ఏరై పాడే తీరే ఏరి పాడే తీరాలన్నీ వల్ల కాదన్న వాళ్ళ నోళ్ళ పూరించాలిగా తోరే భవిగతి బాట వేయి జారే జారే ధారే కంట మాని స్వేదం అయ్యే నీట ఆవాలంటే ఊరుకోక శక్తిని కానీ సాటి భయముక్తి బదులు శివంగివే శివంగివే తలవంచే మగ జాతి నీకే సురమరదిని రామ్య కపారదిని శయ్య సుతే
అణువణువున అనురాగం, అనుబంధానికి అలంకారం, చూపుల్లో మమకారం, లాలలో మధురత్వం, నడతలో నవ్యత్వం, సంహారంలో ఆది పరాశక్తి అవతారం, ఎన్నో సమస్యలకు పరిష్కారం, మరెన్నో నిర్ణయాలకు సహకారం, కష్టాల్లో స్నేహహస్తం, సుఖాల్లో సంబరాల రథం, కడదాకా నిలవెత్తు త్యాగం, ఓ స్త్రీ నువ్వు అపురూపం.